Another chapter in one of the most historic high school rivalries in the entire country. It is Blair Academy versus the Peddie Falcons. It is live here on the Strive Network as the Falcons at 5-2 take on the Blair Academy Buccaneers at 5-3. Welcome to our broadcast of this Peddie versus Blair Day. It's Peddie Day here on the campus of Blair Academy. Simon Rose here with you, our crew, Allie Wenner and Derek Simmons. Glad you could join us, and we are excited for this one. It's one that we have marked on our calendar all year long, and we are finally here to watch the Buccaneers of Blair host the Falcons of Peddie. Let's put this into some context and look at the Maple standings here right off the bat. Peddie coming off a loss to the Hun School where they played them so tough. Peddie looking for their first Maple championship in almost 15 years, and they were not able to beat the Hun School last week. They played them tough. They had the lead in the second half, and then the Hun School just outlasted them in the fourth quarter. But Hun, they're 4-0 in the Maple. Peddie and Blair, 2-3 respectively, both at 3-1. So this will decide who has second place in the Maple League. And then you see Hill, Lawrenceville, and Mercersburg towards the bottom. Beautiful day here today. 59 degrees, partly sunny, gorgeous afternoon here for Blair Peddie Day. And you'll see the festivities all across the campus, beautiful campus here at Blair Academy, bustling with people as we pause here for the national anthem at Hampshire Field. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem will get us set for this one. Blair Academy and the Peddie School going at it in football. One of the best rivalries in the country. Let's take a look at our Strive Spotlight segment, and we are going to spotlight number 3 for Blair Academy. It's going to be Chase Singletary, the fullback, who has 3 straight 100-yard rushing games from Naples, Florida. He came up here to Blair Academy primarily to wrestle. He's the #1 wrestler in the country at 220 pounds. He's going to head to Ohio State next year, as he just made that announcement just a couple of weeks ago to wrestle. But on the football field, he is a workhorse for this Blair Academy team, a tough guy to bring down. They are going to feed him the rock, pound the ball with Chase Singletary, number 3, the senior from Naples, Florida, and the center of our Strive Spotlight segment here today. Let's meet both coaches, starting with the Peddie School. As you see them in their white jerseys, we'll meet Chris Maleo. Second season as the head coach. Got his bachelor's from Northwestern University. Also the assistant director of admission. He's done a phenomenal job with this Peddie School program, nearly coming away with the first Maple League championship in school history, not in school history, but in the last 15 years or so. 10-5 career record as head coach. He spent 5 seasons with Northwestern, and he was the 2002 Jersey Prep Player of the Year at the Hun School. Blair Academy on the other side, they have Jim Saylor in his first season as head coach. Remember, Jim Stone was the head of this program for so long as the athletic director. Well, Jim Saylor now takes over coaching stops in Pennsylvania and California, 25 years of coaching, and has done a phenomenal job here in his first season as he makes his mark on this Blair Academy program. Ready to get underway here. Blair Academy will kick off, moving left to right. And the Peddie School will receive, moving right to left. And it's a short pooch kick. Caught by the Peddie School, and out of bounds at the 36-yard line goes Javar Garrett. Peddie without a number of their big-time players. In fact, let's look at their starting lineup. Their starting offense. DeHaan, Lovell, Hijazi, Wardle, and Ross across the fronts. The tight end is Adam Conyer. Zach Barnard's usually the tight end. He's got to slip in as receiver. Javar Garrett and Tyron Tucker, both receivers. Keyshawn Farmer and Terrell Prince. 5 starters on this team will not be playing here for the Peddie School today. And it's a run with Keyshawn Farmer on first down, and this is what he does best. He is in open field, and Keyshawn Farmer loose along the left side. Say goodbye to Keyshawn Farmer. He has just tied the single-season rushing record, touchdown record for the Peddie School. Just one more, and he breaks it 18 seconds in. It is 6-0 Peddie. And we get one more look here. Keyshawn Farmer has been doing it for his entire career. If you don't wrap him up quickly, he gets an open field. He will make you miss, and he makes Blair Academy pay on the first play from scrimmage. So on for the extra point is Zach Barnard after a quick strike. And it is up. It is good. So quickly into this game, the Peddie School strikes. And they lead 7-0 after the extra point. So I just mentioned how many players Peddie is missing, and let's look at their injury report here. This has been the toughest thing for Chris Maleo all season long. Look at the names here. Jaden Blue and Tyler Tedeschi are the most recent players who will not be playing for this Peddie School team. Blue filling in for Jahan Dotson, who broke his leg. He's headed to Ohio, or he's offered by Ohio State. All of these guys have been offered by D1 programs. Jaden Blue, Temple among a few. Tedeschi, phenomenal middle linebacker. Alan Walters has been offered by Alabama, Ohio State. Jahan Dotson, Ohio State, Alabama, among others. And Dan Dawkins as well. He's being recruited by D1 schools and has offers a ton. So this is a really tough thing that the Peddie School has had to overcome. They don't have a big roster in the first place. And to lose some of their big-time players, the fact that they competed with the Hun School last week and nearly knocked off the big Hun Raiders was even more a credit to Chris Maleo and company at the Peddie School. But here's Blair, who receives this kick, and Mekhi Holly takes it across the 30, and that's where the Buccaneers will start. So let's take a look at the Blair Academy offense when we get a chance here. Ian Day, Anthony Porcaro, Craig Carell, Chinosa Chima, and Ben Chaya along the offensive line. The tight end is Stephen Marcus. The wide receiver, Justice Nance, who's caught a touchdown in the last 3 games. Singletary, Holly, and Ransom all going to be running the football here today for Blair. In motion is Mekhi Holly. It's a run through the middle, and Blair doesn't get very far on this one. Let's take a look quickly at the Peddie starting defense. They're going to run a 3-4 here today. Because of those injuries, they're going to change things up a bit. So you're going to see Hijazi, Ram, and Wardle along the front. In the middle line, in the linebacking position, Garrett, Prince, Barnard, and Conyer. The cornerback, Luke Moorhead, and Tyron Tucker. Tasama Haskins and Keyshawn Farmer playing safety. Thomas Jenkins, the quarterback, hands it off to Chase Singletary on second down. And again, not much there. And it'll be a 3rd down and 6 to come here for the Blair Academy Buccaneers. Last year it was Blair Academy who defeated the Peddie School here in this game. Down in Hightstown, it was the last football game that Jim Stone coached here at Blair Academy. And he went off in fine fashion. We'll see what happens this year. Third down for Blair. Jenkins to throw. Near side of the field, he completes the Mackay Holly. He's going to be short of the first down. And fourth down upcoming across the 41-yard line. It'll be 4th and 2 yards about. And an early decision here for Jim Saylor. His team already down 7-0, just over 2 minutes in. Get a look at the soccer game that's behind. The soccer field is behind the stadium here, Underwood Field, where Blair and Peddie play. And you can see the score there, 2-1. The Peddie School leads Blair Academy. Two phenomenal soccer teams, and they're competing, I believe, for the Maple Championship over there. And they fake on, oh man, on fourth down they had it. And a drop by Willie Kaiser. It was a fake as Chase Singletary pitched it forward. The design was there, the play call was correct by Jim Saylor, but just not executed in the end. And now Peddie has it in Blair territory, already up 7-0. So 1st and 10 here for Peddie. They'll start this drive from the 42-yard line. Once again, it'll be Terrell Prince behind center, the third-string quarterback. First string was Alan Walters. He's out with a broken collarbone. Been nursing it for almost a month now. Prince wants to throw on first down. He goes deep down the middle of the field. And it is caught by Blair. Interception. What a play by Jake Groves. The senior from Riverside, Connecticut, in traffic brings it down, and that is exactly what Blair needed after the missed fourth down conversion. So 2 plays for Peddie, and we have not seen them get to a second down yet. The first play went for about 50 yards for Keyshawn Farmer on the run, and then the second play was a throw, and Jake Groves makes the interception. So Blair now has it deep in their own territory. They'll start at the 5-yard line. A big defensive play here in the first quarter. Again, it's Holly in motion, who takes the pitch. He's got room along the right side. Holly trying to cut back and does so. Gains another yard or so across the 15-yard line. Maybe a yard short of the first down marker. They do give him the progress past the line, and they will move the chains for a 1st and 10. This time it's Nick Moscow in motion, and the quick handoff goes to Singletary. Pulls the pile forward a yard. Singletary coming off 3 straight 100-yard rushing games, and he's got 7 touchdowns in those games. And Mike Allstott type running back here, fullback, excuse me, for Blair Academy. A minimal gain on first down, 1 yard, 2nd and 9. And again, a short gain on first time. Second down. It's Holly this time. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Thomas Jenkins comes over to the sideline to get the message, and he'll relay it to his huddle as they come up with a big, or look to come up with a big 3rd down conversion. He's got 3 receivers. And the pitch goes up the left side, and they're not going to get the first down. That time it was Craig Ransom. as the punt comes past midfield. And Peddie will get the ball back at the 36-yard line. Gotta say one thing about Blair Academy. You probably noticed that I've been a little bit quiet in the last minute or so. There are bees everywhere, including in our press box. But anyway, Peddie School has the ball back. Quick 3 and out. Or no, it wasn't a 3 and out. Blair Academy did get a first down before punting away. But anyway, Peddie's got decent field position here at the 37-yard line. A pitch to Farmer. Gets past one man in the backfield and manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Pressure put on there by Abdul Koyate, a senior from the Bronx. And manages to hold Farmer for just a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 here. Keyshawn Farmer this year now over 1,000 yards on the season. As again, they give it to him through the middle this time. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6 here for the Peddie School. So no Alan Walters. The 2nd string quarterback was Jahan Dotson. Also their stud wide receiver, but he stepped in to play quarterback when Walters went out. And then Dotson, of course, broke his leg. So now it's Terrell Prince behind center here for Peddie. In motion is Farmer. Prince up the middle, and a great play made by Blair Academy on 3rd down. That was Chinosa Chima. 6'2", 307 pounds from Irvington, New Jersey. So that'll bring up a 4th down, and if there's one thing that Chris Maleo likes to do, it's go for it on 4th down. And here on a 4th and 4 with decent field position, I would assume that they're going to go for it here. So another big stop needed for Blair Academy. Their team down 7-0. We're under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's live high school football from Blair Academy on the Strive Network. They fake to Farmer. Prince has to get it away, and it's intercepted by Blair. And down the middle of the field goes Stephen Marcus. He's inside the 10, the 2nd interception for the Blair defense, and they are in business here at Hampshire Field. The pressure provided by Jason Owe, 6'6", 234. We know Peddie's got some big bodies. Well, Blair's got some to match. And that time the defensive front provided the pressure on Terrell Prince. He had to get it away, and he threw the interception. Lucky that it didn't go the distance. Stephen Marcus makes the play. He's from the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana. Fake the pitch. Give it to Singletary. And there's a good play made by Zach Barnard. His role for this Peddie defense, which we'll look at really quickly. Oh, no, we already did look at the Peddie defense, didn't we? We already looked at the Peddie defense. But anyway, Zach Barnard, he's going to have a much bigger role here today, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball without many of the big-time playmakers. Mentioned that he's going to play wide receiver on the offensive side of the ball, usually playing tight end with that big body, great blocker. Anyway, he's on defense, and in motion is a Blair Academy player. It's Makai Holly along the right side. Bring up a 3rd down. Third and 6. Moscow is the back. They fake it to him, and they give to Thomas Jenkins, who keeps it up the middle. And he doesn't get very far. It'll bring up a 4th down from the 5. So 4th and goal here for Blair Academy after the interception by Stephen Marcus. They'll line it up for a field goal as Harley Wedholm. He's a hometown kid from Blairstown. Looks to get Blair on the board here on Peddie Day. Timeout called by Blair Academy. They'll talk this one over. Take a look at the recent results here for Blair Academy. Last 5 games. They lost to Episcopal and the Hun School. But since then, they've won 3 straight. I've got them losing to Lawrenceville. That was the other way around. The Blair Academy Buccaneers defeated Lawrenceville in that game last week. So they're on a 3-game win streak, defeating Mercersburg Hill and Lawrenceville before playing here against the Peddie School today. Big 4th down play coming. And it does look like Wedholm has stayed on the field as Blair wants to crack the scoreboard, get some points after the interception. Kick is up. Kick is good. And Blair is on the board 7-3. 2:24 to go in the first quarter. 4-point lead for the Peddie Falcons. Back we come to a busy, busy campus here in Blairstown, New Jersey. Alumni galore, alumni and parents galore all over this place from both the Peddie School and Blair Academy. Gorgeous day for Peddie Day. And we're happy to be a part of the coverage here on the Strive Network. 7-3 the score here. The Buccaneers trail the Peddie Falcons. Peddie will get the ball back. Throwing an interception on their last 2 possessions was Terrell Prince. And Javar Garrett, again, receives a short kick. And good field position for Peddie as they'll start at the 44. First and 10 here for the Peddie School. Again, it is Prince. Nice gain on first down. He's close to another. Into Blair territory to the 45-yard line goes Terrell Prince. Another first down here for the Peddie School. Prince sets up the screen to Farmer. And he can't get past Chase Singletary, who, no pun intended, wrestles Farmer down to the ground. Missed our Strive Spotlight segment. Chase Singletary, a D1 wrestler. In fact, the best wrestler in his weight class in the country. I know plenty about the Blair Academy wrestling program, as prestigious as it gets. National champions almost every single year. And Chase Singletary this year is one of the prime time players on that wrestling program. And same can be said on the defensive side for Blair. Again, it's a keeper for Prince. A flag will come in as Prince turns into the corner, and Prince is going to get into the end zone. We will see about the flag, though. And this one could be coming back, and it looks like it is. It is a hold against the Peddie school. One thing about Peddie this season is they have been penalized quite a bit. And that's going to wipe away a touchdown. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 14 here for Peddie. With a minute on the dot left to go in the first quarter. Throw to the far side for Prince. It's on the money and turning upfield. Tyron Tucker, and Tucker's inside the 10. Tucker spins near the goal line. He's down there. And the Peddie school once again knocking on the door as Tyron Tucker turns on the Jets. No Jaden Blue, no Jahan Dotson, so Tyron Tucker gets the nod today at the starting wide receiver position, and he shows that he's as capable as any to make a big play, and he does so down to the 1. So now we keep our eye on number 2, Keyshawn Farmer, who's now tied for the single-season rushing touchdown record at Peddie. He's got a chance to break it here if they give it to him. Ball's loose. And who's got it? Blair Academy does. Turnover number 3 in the first quarter by Peddie. Looked like a little bit of indecision by Terrell Prince in terms of whether he was going to keep that one or hand it off, and he botched the exchange. And Blair Academy once again comes away with a turnover. 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Quick handoff through the middle as Blair tries to get some room. And they'll do so and let the time run out. They'll switch sides of the field. But after 1 quarter of play on Peddie Day, it is 7-3. Peddie leads Blair. You're watching live high school football right here on the Strive Network. Back we come here to Hampshire Field at Blair Academy. Simon Rose here with you. Glad you could join us here on the Strive Network. 7-3 after 1 quarter of play. It's Peddie who leads. It could be more. They've turned the ball over 3 times. 2 interceptions by Terrell Prince and a 3rd fumble by Terrell Prince. Blair Academy pinned back deep in their own territory. 2nd and 8 here to start the 2nd quarter. Looks like Peddie's bringing pressure. Jenkins fakes the handoff. He's going to go down. Somehow got it off. And Peddie calling for a safety. Jenkins felt like he was going to be pinned for a safety and dangerously placed the ball down. It was like a intentional fumble. And lucky for him, there was a Blair Academy player right there to prevent the safety. So a bullet dodged there for Blair. It's going to go down as a loss of 4, and it's 3rd and 11. All the way back on their own 1-yard line. Remember, just a 3-man front here for Peddie in this game. And they'll gain a couple of yards along the left side. That time it was Craig Ransom, senior from Penns Grove, New Jersey. And Blair will be forced to punt. Back to return is Keyshawn Farmer, standing at the Blair Academy 31-yard line. Blair forced to punt deep in their own territory. It's Moscow with a line drive kick, and it's a good one. What a kick there by Moscow. As it drops at the 46, but Farmer's got room to return. He takes a hit from Moscow, the punter, and he's taken down at the 35-yard line. So, man, every time we see Blair Academy play, number 40, Nick Moscow, is just all over the field, offensively, defensively, special teams, you name it. And he does it all once again there. A great punt, a line drive punt that keeps it out of Keyshawn Farmer's hands in terms of having a big return. He angled it well enough that Blair could get some decent coverage on the play. And then he comes up and he actually makes the tackle as well. But after all that, the Peddie School does have a 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. 3 receivers on the left side of the formation, including Farmer in the slot, who comes in motion. Farmer up the middle, and again it's Nick Moscow who makes the tackle, and they wrestle him back. As you hear how excited that made the Blair Academy faithful. Stopping Farmer is a tall task. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They do grant him forward progress. Prince hands to Farmer. Oh, Farmer, a great juke. Across the 25. Out of bounds at the 24. Another 1st down for Peddie. They're going to pound the rock with Keyshawn Farmer here today. Without Dotson. Without Walters. And perhaps the biggest loss for the Peddie School is a big offensive lineman in Dan Dawkins, the center, who's heading somewhere Division I. He's been offered by North Carolina, among others. As Farmer gets some love from the faithful here at Peddie, and he pumps up the crowd as he is sacked. Tackled for a loss by Nick Moscow and Chase Singletary. Those are the guys on defense that will make plays time in and time out for the Buccaneers. And down goes Farmer for a loss. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Now it's Nick Moscow who gets the cheers. Singletary and Moscow, both workhorses, as they both wrestle as well. And during the football season, they've got a lot on their plates to be a part of that Blair Academy wrestling program, as well as key parts of the football team as well. Hard workers. Farmer catching in the flat, and again he is tackled, and this time it's Willie Kaiser who makes the play, the junior from Stroudsburg. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Peddie going the wrong way here on this drive. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. They've got to get to the 13. Under 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Still a 7-3 game. Prince back to throw. He looks, he fires, he completes. Across the middle, he's got his man Tyron Tucker just short of the first down marker. To the 15. So big play here on 4th down. Clearly 4-down territory for the Peddie School. Empty backfield, though. Prince is the only one in it until Farmer joins him. High snap. Prince makes a nice move. Prince has got the first down and more. Prince still on his feet. Makes one last cut. He is in for the touchdown. Terrell Prince. A beautiful run. And Peddie back on the board. It's 13-3. We get one more look here. What a great catch there by Prince with one hand. That was a high snap. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, breaks a third here. Again, he looks like he's going to go down in that last move to beat Craig Ransom, who looked to come and make the tackle. And on the extra point, the snap is botched, and a flag is going to come in here at the end as someone on Peddie shoved someone on Blair, and that will be a personal foul penalty against the Falcons. At 13-3 the score. It's the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against Peddie. They have not been the most disciplined team this season. We have seen a number of personal foul penalties called against the Falcons this year. And yet again, one is called against Peddie after getting in the end zone for a touchdown. So 13-3 the score. By the way, this is Peddie Blair Day. So we've got the Kelly Potter Cup, as it's called this year, on the line. Just to give you a bit of history on the Kelly Potter Cup, it's named for the former headmasters of Blair and Peddie. Former headmasters Edward Potter and James R. Kelly. Peddie's won the Cup 17 times, and Blair Academy has won it 8 times. The schools have tied 3 times. Last year, it was won by Peddie. And we will keep you up to date on the scores across campus, as whoever wins the most contests here on Peddie Blair Day wins the Kelly Potter Cup. So we will keep you up to date on that, as well as certainly up to date on the soccer score as well that's going on currently between Blair and Peddie, which is likely a Maple League championship game. 13-3 here in football, 6:58 to go in the second quarter. And it's a low kick. Blair fields at the 48 and falls on it there. Corey Downey. Check that, Danny Seisler. You get a look at the cross-country team. They're going to start their race here. This is a part of Peddie Blair Day as well. And the conclusion of this race between Peddie and Blair in cross-country should happen at halftime right here on the track. So stick with us at halftime, and we'll be able to show you the conclusion of the Peddie versus Blair cross-country race. A pitch to Singletary along the right side. Singletary's got 5 yards on first down. You wanted to see how seriously the athletes take this. Look at Peddie's cross-country team getting pumped up. Second down and 6. And a play made by the big defensive line for the Falcons, Noel Hijazi, senior from Ashburn, Virginia. As once again you get to see the pump-up cheer for the Peddie cross-country team. All right, that was really good stuff. Bringing you here to Blairstown, New Jersey for a exciting event. Jenkins is in trouble. He goes down again and again. It's Noel Hijazi for the sack. 3-4 defensive front, only 3 down linemen, and Chris Malayo's defensive front wreaking havoc there on the quarterback for Blair Academy. It is 4th down and long, and Blair likely forced to punt. So Moscow back to boot it away. Farmer listed at the 30-yard line. And this ball sidewinds along the left side, bounces at the 38, and rolls out of bounds at the 39. Back out onto the field comes Peddie's offense as they lead by 10. And they'll have a 1st and 10 from the 39. Three receivers for Prince. Farmer goes out to catch the screen. Running in circles, and now he's got room on the left side. Keyshawn Farmer once again turning something out of nothing. Most of the time when you see a player go backwards like that, you would advise him against doing so. Well, Farmer, he's not the kind of kid you tell what to do on the football field because he will make you look silly as he picks up a 1st down for the Peddie school at midfield. Prince throws over the head of his intended target. He was looking for Adam Conyer. Remember, no Dotson, no Blue, no Walters. And this Peddie roster was just absolutely stacked when they are fully healthy. They are not fully healthy now, and they are still a good football team. Terrell Prince has had to step into a position that he's not entirely familiar with. He was the 3rd-string quarterback at the beginning of the year, and at the end of the year, he's got to start the games against the Hunt School and Blair Academy back-to-back. Moscow breaks through the line. It's a keeper for Prince. Puts his head down and finds a seam to the 44. Tackled by Willie Kaiser. Bring up a 3rd and 6. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Still 13-3. Big play here. Peddie has turned the ball over 3 times, but still manages to lead by 10. Three receivers on the right side, one on the left. Prince sets up a screen to Farmer. Singletary can't get him. Farmer loose across the first down marker, forced out of bounds by Nance at the 35. First down, Peddie. Good play design there by Chris Maleo, letting the pressure through, and Farmer was relatively open in space on the screen. There's the Blair cross-country team. Prince in the gun. Prince back to throw. Steps up, over the middle it goes. Contact there at the 10-yard line. No flag comes out. Incidental. Coverage on the play, number 15. And Stephen Marcus, who caught an interception earlier. And Jake Groves back there as well. Trying to force it to Tyron Tucker. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10, 3:12 to go in the second quarter. Prince throws it backwards to Farmer. And he's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Another option play. Seems that they're taking advantage of the good athleticism of Terrell Prince. Remember scoring that last touchdown, that rushing touchdown from about 15 yards out. First touchdown came on the first play from scrimmage, just 18 seconds into the game. Keyshawn Farmer went the distance from 55 yards out. 3rd down and 9. Prince escaping Moscow is going to have to throw across his body and does, and it's intercepted again. The 3rd one of the game thrown by Prince, and the 2nd interception of the game caught by Stephen Marcus. 3 flags come out, as it looks like there might be another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and they are off in the cross-country meet, as you see. So the guys go first, and then the girls will do so as well. Once again, it's unsportsmanlike conduct, but it's on both teams, both on Peddie and Blair. So those fouls offset. But more importantly, Stephen Marcus comes away with another interception. He has been the highlight so far for Blair in this first half, with 2 big interceptions, both deep in Blair Academy territory. So though the Buccaneers are down by 10, it could be much, much worse if it's not for the 4 turnovers committed by Peddie here in the first 2 quarters. Jenkins fakes the handoff, throws it deep down the middle of the field. He's got Nance, and it's off his fingertips. He had a step on Tyron Tucker. Oh, Jenkins thought he had that one, and so did Nance. You look at Justice Nance, the number 81 receiver for Blair Academy, and he certainly looks the part. 6'4", 166. And he's got the speed to boot. As you see, the ladies cross country, they're off and running. 2nd and 10 after the big incompletion. They hand it off this time. And it was Nick Moscow. Flags come in. More jawing. Tasama Haskins getting in there. And they're going to call this personal foul against Blair Academy. So it looks like Jason Owe may have lost his composure for a moment. You know the tensions are high in this game. Now that's a big penalty, as it's going to bring Blair Academy back all the way to the 11-yard line. Blair will get the football back at the start of the second half. As it was Peddie who received the opening kickoff. Coach Maleo getting an explanation from the referee. Same with Jim Saylor here over on the near sideline for Blair. Third and long. Pitch to the left side. And Blair's Craig Ransom will go out at the 15. And another punt will be coming here for the Buccaneers. Only one timeout taken in this game. And that was by Blair Academy. Once again, Keyshawn Farmer set to return a kick. Another boot by Moscow. He does not allow Farmer a chance to return. It goes out of bounds at the 42. See Farmer coming over there talking with Jim Saylor, getting dapped up. Good display of sportsmanship there here on Blair Peddie Day. Seeing the head coach of Blair Academy and the star running back of the Peddie School show some love for each other. As Terrell Prince comes back in the huddle. First and 10 from the 42. Pressure coming, picked up well by Peddie. Prince has got time to throw. Lofts it deep, and he does not have his man. It is through the arms of his intended target. Zach Barnard down there. I thought for a moment I saw a number 5, but yeah, no way Dotson is out on the field with a broken leg. It was Barnard down the field. So to bring up a 2nd and 10. Prince has shown the ability to throw the ball deep down the field, and it looks like Chris Maleo is going to continue to take shots with him, even though he's thrown 3 interceptions. He's got a lot of confidence in his defense. Peddie has definitely won the field position battle here in the first half. Seems like they have been in Blair's territory almost the entirety of the time here in the first 2 quarters. Barnard in motion. And Barnard takes the pitch on the option. Nice run across the 40 to the 45, to the 35, excuse me. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 upcoming. Still plenty of time for more points before halftime. You know, Chris Maleo wants to make this more than a 10-point lead. And he does have 2 timeouts to work with as well. Farmer on 3rd down, spun back by Singletary. And a flag's going to come out on the end. This is going to go against Farmer as in frustration he threw the football. And that'll be a delay of game against the Peddie School. It's an easy call for the referee. What a play by Chase Singletary. So we'll see where they mark this after they mark off the penalty yardage. And as you see, the call is made. It is a delay of game against Peddie, and they might be forced to punt here. Blair, they've got 2 timeouts, or they've got 3 timeouts. No, 2 timeouts. Blair has 2 timeouts left, so we'll see if they want to stop the clock before getting the ball. It is going to be a 4th and 9, and no sign of a punting team coming out for Peddie. Big play on 4th down. Prince to throw. Looking, escaping pressure, finally firing deep downfield. And it is bobbled and dropped in the back of the end zone. Coverage by Marcus and Kaiser looking for Javar Garrett, who almost pulled it home. But instead, Blair Academy has 39 seconds to work with to go 60 yards down the field. First and 10, 39 seconds to go here in the first half. And now the timeout taken by the Peddie School. Take a look at Peddie's last couple of games. Had a 4-game win streak. Defeating Wyoming Seminary 46-7. They defeated the Hill School 48-7. And they defeated Mercersburg Academy 43-14. A trend you're seeing, Peddie has not had trouble scoring points this year, even without Alan Walters, who last played, I believe it was against Wyoming Seminary the last time we saw Alan Walters play. The phenomenal stud quarterback for the Peddie School. But last week, a heartbreaker to Hun, losing 23-14 in the end. But that was a tightly contested game. Peddie had the lead in the second half, and in the fourth quarter, the Hun School just wore them out in the end. Considering all of the injuries that the Falcons have had, to nearly come away with a win there in that Hun School game. Very impressive. First and 10 here for Blair. 39 seconds to go. Jenkins throws, and it's a wobbling pass. That's out of the reach of Jason Owe. Owe, the tight end. 6'6". Only 3 seconds came off the clock, so 36 seconds to go here in the second quarter in a 13-3 game. If Blair somehow can get points at the end of the first half, then they go into the locker room knowing that they get the ball at the start of the third quarter. And this is a tight football game. Second and 10. Jenkins again. Quick drop. He throws. It's dropped by Nance. Trying for those quick out routes. And a third and 10. See if Blair wants to take a shot down the field somewhere. pitch it on third down. And across the 45-yard line goes Craig Ransom. And the clock not stopping. Looks like we're going to head into halftime with a 13-3 score. And that is indeed, nope, not the case. Timeout is called with 6 seconds left. Peddie does take it, so they want to give Keyshawn Farmer one last chance to maybe return this for a touchdown. Or maybe you get a botched snap and a defensive play that Peddie can convert into points with 6 seconds left. I would be surprised to see Nick Moscow even allow Farmer to return this punt. He hasn't done so in the last couple of times he's booted it away. And he's done a good job angling it out of bounds, so I would expect to see the same here. Good look of Hampshire Field with the Hardwick Hall Athletic Center in the background. Offense stays out on the field, so no punt. A chance for one last Hail Mary. Jenkins rolling right, is going to have to throw on the run. Steps up, tosses it high in the air. Justice Nance is in the vicinity. It is intercepted. And that is how the half will come to an end as Tessama Haskins makes the play. And Peddie will go into the locker room. 13-3 is the score. Oh, there is a flag on the play. And if it's against Peddie, then Blair might have another shot at an offensive play. And it looks like against Peddie. So they're going to mark off the yardage. It was close to being a penalty against Blair as Jenkins was very nearly past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball. But you can't end the half on a defensive penalty. So one more chance for Blair, and they've got much better field position to try to put points on the board. The ball at the 38-yard line. And now Jenkins will pretty confidently be able to put this ball in the end zone and give his players a chance to make a play. Number 81, 6'4", Justice Nance. He's the prime target. He's in motion. It's a quick pass, little hook and ladder. They find Nance along the left side out of bounds, and that's going to do it. It was Craig Ransom, that took the lateral, but no angle for him to continue to run, so that will do it for the first half, and the Peddie School leads 13-3 after one half of play. You're watching the Strive Network's coverage of Blair Peddie Day, and we'll be back after this. We're going to bring you back for the end of this cross-country meet, and it is Peddie who wins by a mile, no pun intended. In the boys cross-country meet. And here comes another Peddie School runner and a third. It looks like Peddie's taking number 1, number 2, and number 3 here in cross country. And here comes Blair, taking 4th. Battle for 5th and 6th, won by Peddie. As they're going to continue to leak in. It was the girls who started about 30, 45 seconds, maybe a couple minutes after the guys did. So the guys are going to finish first. As Peddie turns on the jets here, and it looks like Peddie's going to win this mini battle. These fans love it, don't they? You get a good look at the crowd. When you come to Peddie or you come to Blair, the first thing you hear about is this rivalry that the two schools have. Among the best in the entire country, in fact, one of the oldest in the entire country. Another tight battle here between Blair and Peddie, and it looks like that's Blair who wins that one. And every little tight battle like that is being cheered for. The fans doing a phenomenal job here, keeping the energy up and cheering these runners on at the end of the race. Blair boys cross country team, coached by Marty Miller, assisted by Tim Devaney. The captain, Chris Berry-Toon, as well as Zach Lawless and Jack Saxton. And for Peddie, they're coached by Chris Bright, assisted by Mike Stewart, Steph Graff, Will Sedano, and Jen McKeever. Captains John Borkman and Mike Coiro. As we'll see if that does it for the boys cross country. Still might be another couple runners to come here. But then we'll see the ladies come across the finish line. As you get a good look at the festivities here, some of the cross country runners getting their congratulations. You can see that time there right at the finish line. So we're 20 minutes into the race. And here's another Blair finish. So we'll take a step aside and we'll wait for the ladies to come across the finish line. You're watching the cross-country meet between Blair and Peddie right here on the Strive Network. Here's the end of the girls' race. As the first runner across in the ladies' cross-country meet is a Blair Academy Buccaneer. And here come a couple of ladies, a battle for second and third. It is Blair who will take it. And it looks like Blair wins first and second in cross country. "24 minutes into the cross-country meet. They continue to file in across the line. Fans have been engaged from the very start of this day. All right, we'll take another couple of breaks. Looks like we've got a break in the runners coming across the finish line. So when we come back, we inch closer to the second half of Blair and Peddie. Welcome back to Hampshire Field on the campus of Blair Academy, where the Peddie Falcons lead the Blair Buccaneers in Maple League football 13-3. Simon Rose back here with you. Allie Wenner, our director, Derek Simmons as well along for the ride. An update on the Kelly Potter Cup, as we brought this graphic up earlier with the history. 13 events across campus today, the first one to 7 wins. However, there were 2 ties today in the soccer games, and all of the other events have been completed. This is the last event, this football game, and in fact, the way that it's shaken out, there are 5 events won by Blair Academy. There are 5 events won by Peddie. That means this football game will decide the winner of the Kelly Potter Cup. So just how they planned it, the football game has a little bit extra in the importance department, as the winner of this game will take home the Potter Kelly Cup, or the Kelly Potter Cup as they call it this year. Peddie won it last year. As Peddie finally comes over and takes the field, they will kick away to start the third quarter. Stands packed here on both sides here at Blair Academy, as the faithful from Peddie has made their way up about an hour-and-a-half drive from Hightstown. And we are underway in the third quarter, bobbled here by Mackay Holly. And he's taken down past the 20 to the 24. So we start the third quarter. Blair Academy down 13-3. Their only points coming from a Harley Wedholm field goal. Peddie School scoring on the first play from scrimmage, Keyshawn Farmer with a 55-yard touchdown run, and then Terrell Prince backed it up with a touchdown run of his own, a quarterback keeper. But it's Blair Academy who starts the third quarter on offense here. And Jenkins hands off through the middle. It is Chase Singletary who's got room. His best run of the day. They need to get number 3 going. And a good start on first down for the Buccaneers as Singletary brings it past the 40 and then throws his hands up in the air to try to get the crowd to be a little bit louder. There is that packed stands here at Hampshire Field. Quite a spectacle here all day. And all the eyes now on the football game. As again it's Singletary. And such strength on the 220-pound fullback as he turns what should have been a 1-yard gain into a 3-yard gain. Remember, we said in the first half, Singletary coming off 3 consecutive 100-yard performances. And he's scored 7 touchdowns in those 3 games. Again, it's Singletary, 3rd consecutive carry, and again it's a first down for Blair. And they have come out and been successful on the ground so far. First down at the 45-yard line, and they're in Peddie territory. Singletary in motion. This time it's Nick Moscow, and he's got room along the right side. Stiff-arming Keyshawn Farmer, who eventually takes him down inside the 20. And Blair Academy starting to roll offensively here in quarter number 3. They could not get anything going on the ground in the first half, and those holes starting to open up. I mean, if you just take a look at the Peddie sideline, you'll see how little players there are over there. It is a much smaller roster. So those tired legs might come into effect for Peddie more so than they would for Blair in this game. And you would see the fatigue starting to play a factor here in the second half. But coming right out of the locker room, Blair Academy making some adjustments offensively and getting their offense rolling, though on first down, that run goes nowhere. It's 2nd and 10. It's Moscow weaving his way through, and Nick Moscow is near the 10-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 4 here for Blair Academy as they look to get points on the board in their first drive of the second half. Singletary on 3rd down does not get very far. It'll be a 4th down and 2. And it looks like Blair Academy is going to go for it here. Moscow is the back. Moscow takes it. Moscow's got the first down, and he pulls the pile forward a few more yards. 1st and goal coming for Blair. A packed stand of students jumping up and down. This whole press box is shaking, including where our camera is as well, as you see it bobble a little bit. But now we've got a timeout on the field, a referee's timeout, an equipment issue it looks like, as Nick Moscow has to come out for a moment. So 1st and goal, back to the action. And it's Makai Holly, stays on his feet, a flag will come in. And this might be against Blair Academy, as it is a hold against Craig Ransom. So that's going to make things a little bit more difficult for Blair. They'll have a 1st and goal from outside the 10. It's a spot foul, and that foul was committed well behind the line of scrimmage. So they move it back to the 19-yard line. 1st and goal from the 19 for Blair. Singletary behind Jenkins. Singletary the carry. And Singletary bowls over a couple men. And gains about 4 yards. Remember Peddie playing without one of their big-time linebackers in Tyler Tedeschi to go along with the other big bodies missing. This is Makai Holly, and he's inside the 5. Good run on second down, and certainly 4-down territory here for Blair as they erase the penalty yardage and are now just 4 yards away from a score. So 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Moscow in motion. It's Singletary on right tackle. He's tackled by Keyshawn Farmer, among others. Stopped at the 2. Under 6 minutes to play. This first drive of the 3rd quarter taking up more than half of the time on the clock. 4th and goal for Blair. It's Moscow. No, it's Jenkins, but it is a touchdown. Just what the doctor ordered here for Blair Academy. They come out and put together an 80-yard drive, taking up over 6 minutes on the clock, and it ends with a 1-yard run by Thomas Jenkins. The extra point is up. The extra point is good. And Blair is within a score again. It's 13-10. The Kelly Potter Cup on the line. The winner of this game takes it home. So 5:41 on the clock. Peddie will get the ball back. As we get the 2 student sections battling for who's loudest. Am I hearing a Harambe chant? The scoreboard went out here at Hampshire Field. They might have to restart that, as they do try to do so. See if they have to wait to get that restarted, or whether the referees will allow them to play with the official time on the field. Oh, you just saw it pop back on. Peddie faithful chanting Keyshawn Farmer's name as he is back to receive this kick. Harley Wedholm set at the 40-yard line. And it is taken at the 25 by Tyron Tucker. And a bounce at the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Peddie. It's been a while since their offense has been on the field. Terrell Prince back there under center. He's in the gun. He's got Keyshawn Farmer to his left. 4 receivers. It's Farmer. Cutting at midfield. Keyshawn Farmer finally goes down. Tackled by Abdul Koyate. The defensive end from the Bronx. Holds Farmer to just a 2-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 8. Remember Keyshawn Farmer's touchdown in the first half. The first play from scrimmage was the single-season touchdown, record-tying touchdown. And it's Farmer. He's got room along the right side this time. Cuts past the 40. Farmer's got one man to beat. Inside the 10. Farmer is in for the touchdown. He's got the record. And he does it in fine fashion. 48 yards for Keyshawn Farmer. And we get one more look. Simple handoff up the middle. And a couple of Blair Academy players would like to have that play back, as looked like they were running into each other, bodies flying all over the place. And even when 5 Blair players caught up to him inside the 10, Farmer finishes with a dive. And he got in for the touchdown. Extra point is no good. As you see, the scoreboard did go off again. They're having some issues up here, but our scoreboard's okay. 19-10, 4:40 to go. As Peddie matches the Blair Academy drive with a quick scoring drive of their own. So Blair Academy took 6 minutes and 19 seconds to score their touchdown. Took only a minute for the Peddie school to get back in the end zone, and that's what Keyshawn Farmer will do. He runs quickly, he scores quickly, and he now has 19 touchdowns this season. A single season record at the Peddie school. This game for sole possession of second place in the Maple. Both teams sitting at 3-1. Each team has beat every team in the Maple except for the Hunt School, and that's why the Raiders will be crowned Maple League champions. As this is picked up by Nick Moscow at the 30. And Moscow is taken down by Terrell Prince at the 39. And Blair Academy will have to put points on the board once again. Score 19-10. As a run on first down for Blair Academy. And to the 46-yard line go the Buccaneers. Things starting to open up on the ground for the Bucs. Again, they continue to try to get the time worked out on the scoreboard here. It looks like they're just going to go with the official time on the field with the referee. As this time Peddie wins the battle up front. Though flags go flying, the tackle made. I believe TJ Rayam. And it's a face mask, though, against Peddie, so a big break for Blair. We're going to do our best to keep up with the time, but we can only guess, as it looks like the referees down on the field and the referees up here in the booth aren't on the same page in terms of how much time is left when the scoreboard went off. So they're going to keep the official time on the field, meaning we're going to be left guessing to see how much time is left. We know there's a little bit less than 4 minutes. And look at Singletary get lifted up by 4 Peddie players. All you can do to bring him down is get as many players as possible.
Why so quiet? Why so quiet?
2nd and 9. Two receivers on the right. It's Marcus and Nance. The give is to Moscow. Hit immediately by Anthony Testa. Third and 9. This is Jenkins on 3rd down, looking for Nance. It's off his hands and incomplete. And the play made by Tyron Tucker on defense. Fourth down and 9, and Harley Wedholm has come into the game. It's going to be a deep field goal try here for Wedholm. 32 yards. Movement up front. It looks to be against Peddie. And it is. So that's going to make a 4th and 9, a 4th and 4. And perhaps a decision time here for Blair Academy to see if they want to go for it now instead of kicking the field goal. Looks like they keep the same formation, and they'll ask Wedholm to make this a 1-score game. 29-yard try. The kick is up. It is high. It is no good. Wide left. Had the distance. He got hung up there in the wind. And it remains 19-10. So the Peddie School will take over on downs. .217 is left in the 3rd quarter. The referees finally get on the same page as the scoreboard operator here. So now we know there's .217 left in the 3rd. 1st and 10 for Peddie. A lot of room for Keyshawn Farmer. And he is tackled by Willie Kaiser. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle for number 8, Willie Kaiser. But a good gain on 1st down. It'll make it 2nd and 2 or 3. 2 yards to go for Peddie. Prince in the gun. Prince lost it. He's able to pick it up, and now he wants to run. And he goes out of bounds for a loss. Could have been worse for Peddie. Smart play by Prince just to eat that one. It's going to bring up a third down. And 7 yards to go. Loss of 5 on the play. Peddie telling their fans to quiet down so they can communicate on the field. They give the Farmer on 3rd and 7, and he's going to get it, it looks, past the 30-yard line. First down, Peddie. And another Falcon slow to get up. Another one of their offensive linemen. That's number 62, Thomas Wardle. Looks a little shaken up. But he's not coming off the field. We're already without Dan Dawkins, their starting center. And a Division I talent at that. First and 10 for Peddie. It's Farmer. Gain of 5. You hear the cheers there, and that's because the Gorilla has made an entrance. And look at the Gorilla pumping up the crowd. You see it all here on Blair Peddie Day. These kids have been going crazy as the Gorilla once again shows off his gymnastics skills. Back to football, though. It's 2nd down and 3 for Peddie after the run by Keyshawn Farmer. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, though. Or no, maybe not. Maybe it's a timeout. Again, they're having some issues with the scoreboard operator here and trying to figure out how much time is actually left. The clock continues to go out. They're having some issues with the clock itself. So there is some miscommunication. So I'm not sure if this is a timeout or this is the end of the quarter. Looks like it's the end of the quarter as they're going to spot the ball on the other side of the field. So at the end of 3, it is 19-10. The Peddie School leads. You're watching Maple League football right here on the Strive Network. Start of the 4th quarter. And on 2nd down, it's Terrell Prince on a keeper. And he's got the first down right at about midfield. Again, the clock continues to be out here. So the time will be an estimate. The clock runs after the first down run. 1st and 10 to the 49-yard line. Peddie up by 9. Farmer goes out as a receiver. Singletary forced the fumble, and somehow Prince got back on top of it. Oh, how lucky was that for Terrell Prince. There were 4 turnovers in the first half, 3 interceptions and a fumble. And that is exactly what Blair needs right now to get back in this game. Another turnover. As a timeout is called here by Peddie. Established in 1935 as the Blair-Peddie Agreement. And I'm going to read that here to you. It is a historical document here for Blair-Peddie Day. The supporters of the defeated team remain in the stands while the winning fans will march around the field and off. And the trophy for the game will be the football used. If you look over in Blair Academy's athletic hall, there's a football there from, I think, like 1911 when these two teams played each other. Apparently the goalposts are to remain unmolested. I guess they had some issue with that back in the 30s. And the supporters of the losing team shall remain in their portion of the stands and sing their school song. So the Blair-Peddie Agreement, instituted as a form of sportsmanship as Farmer takes the second down carry. He's going backwards and he's going to be stopped there, Willie Kaiser. The safety comes up and makes the play. 3rd and long. Third and 16 here for the Peddie School. New quarterback in. And it's a screen to Farmer, and he will escape the first man. Farmer will go down, though, behind the line of scrimmage. Luke Moorhead in there at quarterback now for the Peddie School. A change here in the 4th quarter. No more Terrell Prince. We wonder if it's another injury. But it's going to be 4th and long, and a punt coming here for the Peddie School as Nance will go out to return, and Zach Barnard is back to boot away. Low snap picked up by Barnard. End over end kick. Nance lets it bounce at the 20. And it does take a Blair Academy roll, but then will fall at the 19. So 8:48 to go. Still a 2-score game. Blair down by 9. And the Bucks offense comes back out onto the field, led by junior quarterback Thomas Jenkins. A pitch on 1st down. And a good run on 1st down. Staying on his feet is Craig Ransom. Down the left side goes Ransom, and he will be caught inside the 5. He is in for a touchdown. What a run by Ransom. A flag comes in, though, inside the 10-yard line. So the 1st down at least is going to stand. As we look at the replay here, and it looks like the touchdown is going to stand. Look at this run by Ransom. Good blocking up front, and he almost goes down right here, but no finish. And the best run of the game, best play of the game for Blair Academy puts them back in this one. It is 19-16. So Blair on for the extra point. It's up. It's good. 2-point game. The winner of this football game takes home the Kelly Potter Cup. The way that the events have shaken out across the campus, 5 wins for Peddie, 5 wins for Blair, 2 ties. Big event was the soccer game between Blair and Peddie. That was the Maple League Championship soccer game between Blair and Peddie. And the final there, 5-2 in favor of the Peddie school. So congratulations to the Falcons as Maple League soccer champions. .8:30 to go in the game. And Blair's 80-yard touchdown run by Craig Ransom has made this a 19-17 ball game. This one living up to the hype. Deep kick by Wedholm. Room to return for Farmer. Keyshawn taken down at the 25. And these kids are going nuts for even the most basic of plays. So Peddie did well on their first possession of the second half, matching the touchdown scored by Blair. Now Blair goes down and scores another touchdown, and Peddie looks to do the same. 19-17, ball spotted at the 24. And nowhere on first down goes Keyshawn Farmer. And yet another quarterback in there. That was Zach Barnard who took the snap. So we have not seen Terrell Prince. He's got to be injured. So now we're talking about option number 4, even 5 for Chris Maleo at the quarterback position. It is Zach Barnard, who was a tight end, started this game as a wide receiver, now behind center, up by 2 in a close game. Direct snap. Third down upcoming, 4 yards to gain for Peddie. It's just not fair what Peddie has had to deal with this year from the injury perspective. And even considering that, Chris Maleo has had them playing some good football throughout the season. But if you're a Peddie school fan, you just wonder what could have been if this team stayed healthy, because on paper, it's as good as you get at the high school level. On third down, Barnard's not going to get there. It's Abdul Koyate with the tackle. And now in their own territory, Peddie may be forced to punt on 4th. They'll have to rely on their defense, but the momentum has clearly shifted in favor of Blair Academy here in the second half. And certainly without Terrell Prince behind center, advantage Blair. Barnard's punt will be downed at the 30. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Blair Academy down by 2 and now has the ball and a chance to take the lead. First and 10 for Blair. Ball spotted at the 30. Inside handoff to Singletary. Not getting very far. Ball came out. Peddie says they have it, and they do. First turnover of the game by Blair Academy. And it comes in an inopportune moment. Chase Singletary coughs it up. And at the 30-yard line, Peddie takes over on offense with a first and 10, 6:01 to go. Barnard in the gun. 3 receivers on his right, 1 on the left. Keyshawn Farmer right to his right. Here comes Nick Moscow with the pressure. Farmer gets past him. Now Farmer still on his feet across the 20. Farmer inside the 10. So now all of the students, as you hear in the background, are going to file down towards the track in preparation for that Peddie-Blair agreement that we saw. The winning team gets to parade around the field. The losing team has to stay in the stands, but it looks like both teams are going to go down to the field. So maybe the agreement that was signed in 1935 isn't really followed anymore. But there is a timeout on the field on the football side of things, and Peddie now has the ball inside the 10. A big fumble by Chase Singletary, and the Falcons without their starting quarterback in this game, as Terrell Prince is being attended to on the far sideline. There he is, working with the training staff. Jersey off. Terrell Prince does not look like he's coming back into this game. And after the timeout, a short run for Barnard. There is a flag on the play. It's going to be a hold against the Peddie school. Under 6 minutes to go. The scoreboard goes out again here. So once again, we're in the dark. So it'll remain a first and goal for Peddie as the clock ticks under 5:45. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. They give to Farmer on first. Oh, he's hit by Chase Singletary. Makes the play right out the line of scrimmage. bringing a 2nd and goal up from the 17. A must stop if you're Blair Academy. Low snap from Barnard. Ball is loose. Blair's got it. Johnny on the spot. Craig Correll. And Blair takes back the football after they turned it over. 4:30 to go. Blair's got the ball at the 20-yard line. 2-point game. In the wishbone is Blair. And nothing doing this time for Craig Ransom. Peddie doesn't want to let happen what happened last time. Ransom went for an 80-yard touchdown on Blair's last series. And that made it 19-17. But he goes backwards that time, 2nd and 12. Again, the wishbone. Nance is the only receiver. Jenkins looking for him. Jenkins throwing over his head. Tripped up is Nance. No flag coming out. Now it does. They're gonna call pass interference. And on multiple levels, I don't think I'd agree with that call. A flag's gonna come in again now, and this time it's probably gonna go against Peddie for complaining about the call. But the call was made by the referees, and it is pass interference. That ball was well over Nance's head, completely uncatchable. And furthermore, to me, it just looked like the legs got tangled up incidentally, which would not be a penalty as well. But the referee saw it that way, and the referees call the penalties against the Peddie school. So it's going to make what would have been a 3rd down and long, a 2nd down and 2. And they'll run it with Holly. Makai Holly's got the 1st down. Makai Holly cannot stay on his feet. He tumbles across the 40-yard line. A 1st down for Blair. They run the other side. Ransom gets across the 40. That's not the line of scrimmage, so he loses 2. The Bucks have not been able to throw the ball in this game. But as the clock ticks to 3 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, got to figure out a way to get the ball downfield. 2 timeouts left for Blair, 2 timeouts left for Peddie. Blair quickly to the line. Moscow in motion. Moscow the pitch. Moscow's got room along the right side. Taken down by Tucker at midfield. Good gain on 2nd down. It'll make it a 3rd and manageable here for Blair. Third and 2. Time ticking to 2:15. Singletary has the first down, so they'll stop the clock for the spot. Thomas Jenkins comes back to get the call from the sideline, and he's got to hustle to get back in there because once that ball's spotted, they restart the clock. Under 2 minutes. First and 10. Singletary hit right at the line. Zach Barnard makes the play. One minute and 30 seconds and counting, and now they stop the clock, and it looks like finally Blair Academy takes a timeout. It took them 15 or 20 seconds after that play to call it. But they finally do stop the clock at 1:26, so one timeout left for Blair. And they'll have a 2nd and 8. This has been an exciting game. Let's recap what we have seen thus far. First score of the game went to the Peddie School. Keyshawn Farmer on a 55-yard touchdown run. That was the first play from scrimmage for the Peddie School. Blair Academy able to answer with a field goal, so it was 7-3. Then it was Terrell Prince, who's no longer in this game. He ran for a 10-yard score. So at halftime, Peddie was up 13-3. Out of the break, Blair Academy pounding the rock for an 80-yard drive, finished off by a Thomas Jenkins 2-yard run. That made it 13-9. On the very next drive, the Peddie School able to answer with a Keyshawn Farmer 50-yard run. Then Craig Ransom went 80 yards for Blair, and here we are at 19-17. 2nd and 8. Jenkins the throw. He completes. Jenkins got Marcus across the first down marker inside the 30 to the 26. Blair driving. Do or die scenario. A score, they win the game. No score, they lose it. Wishbone formation. Moscow keeps that body moving to the 20. Gain of about 8 on first down for Nick Moscow. We have ticked under a minute. Blair's got to hurry. They quickly get to the line. And Jenkins spikes it, but the timing was off, and the flag comes in. It's a false start against Blair. So that'll hurt the Bucks as they'll go back 5 yards. Jenkins has to relay the message quickly as they restart the clock. 2nd and 7. Moscow in motion. Jenkins throws. Jenkins could not complete. It's dropped by Nance. On the bright side, it does stop the clock. But it brings up a 3rd and 8. All eyes on this football game here at Blair Academy. The final event of Peddie Day. Moscow comes across, takes it. Moscow not going to get very far. The ball came out. Does Peddie have it? Yes, they do. That's going to do it. The Falcons are going to come into Blairstown, and they're going to go out with a victory. And now the Peddie faithful will go wild as they prepare to storm the field. 30 seconds to go. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is called against Peddie. Does Blair get the ball back? Blair's faithful is cheering. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Indications on the field that they feel like they're going to. No, it's still going to be Peddie ball. They are going to be backed up pretty deep, but just a couple of kneel downs and that'll do it. The penalty happened after one of the Peddie players punted the football into the crowd. But it'll be the Peddie school who once again takes home the Kelly Potter Cup, barring something miraculous here for Blair. Kneel down by Barnard. See if Saylor calls the timeout. He does. What a game here from Blairstown. The final will be 19-17. And those who made the trek up here to Blairstown have been rewarded. Last year, Blair Academy went down to Peddie, and they won the football game. This time, Peddie comes on the road, and they win the football game. The fans have been phenomenal all game long on both sides. The energy high all across campus. It's been a joy to be a part of this Peddie Blair Day, and it's a shame that it has to come to an end. But a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. And Peddie just needs one more kneel down to clinch the Kelly Potter Cup. He tried to jump the snap there, does Blair Academy. That's going to be a penalty against Blair. It's an offsides against Anthony Porcaro. Give him credit, doing all he can to keep Blair in this game. Oh, he dropped it! Blair's got the football, I think! Oh my goodness, he had a chance to jump on top of that one. Barnard dropped the football, and Blair had a chance to jump on it. It is Peddie who recovers. Wow! The fans storm the field. It's the Peddie School who wins 19-17. And they take home the Kelly Potter Cup. And those fans have reserved the right to storm the field. What a game. Man, I still just can't get over the fact that they almost dropped that football. That would have been an easy opportunity for Blair to kick a field goal and win. But Peddie dodges a bullet. And on Peddie Day here at Blair Academy, it is Peddie who wins 6 events, Blair who wins 5. The team's tied in 2. And the Buccaneers lose to the Falcons, and Peddie takes the Kelly Potter Cup back to Hightstown. What a day here on the Strive Network. Glad you could join us for this one. Take the time to thank our crew. Allie Wenner doing a great job directing. Derek Simmons doing a great job on graphics. My name's Simon Rose. This is going to do it for the fall season here in New Jersey. Next week, we're going to have one of the best high school football rivalries in the state of Pennsylvania as Germantown Academy takes on Penn Charter. Tune in. But until then, we say so long. The final 19-17. Blair Academy losing to the Peddie School. From Blairstown, New Jersey. So long, everyone.